So is it more important to have a pro camera body or a pro camera lens? I know what you're thinking, it's better to have both, but what if you've got a low budget camera body and you want to get a pro lens to go with it? Is that going to be better than using a pro camera body with a low budget lens? Well, we're going to put that to the test right now. I've got the Canon R5, which is a pro camera body. It's approximately £4,000 just for the camera body. I've put on that the standard Canon kit lens that you get with all of their low budget cameras. That's the 18 to 40 RFS lens. I think it's around £300, £400 if you bought that lens separately. And I'm going to pitch that against a Canon R100, which is their entry level camera, their lowest budget camera. That body only is about £400. And on the budget camera body, I am going to put Canon's 85mm f2 prime lens. They call it a macro lens, but it's actually brilliant for macro and portraiture. And it's retailing at around £620. Now that's actually quite cheap for a lens of this quality. And we are going to pitch these against each other in a portrait shoot to see which one wins. And before we do the test, I just want to thank Wex Photo Video for providing us with all this equipment. And if you are looking to buy these cameras, or any camera in fact, please use the link in the description of this video, which will take you to their store. Now all we need to do is wait for our model to arrive so we can have some fun with these cameras and lenses. Our model has arrived, it's Kanishk, and he's going to be the model for this shoot. So I'm just going to set him up in position and then I will tell you about the idea for the shoot. All right, let's go. Well, just as we're starting to shoot, it's starting to rain, but hopefully that's going to pass. Let me explain the shoot and the idea. Okay, we've come to the woodlands. We are up against it. Like I said, it is raining. It's currently winter. There is no foliage anywhere, okay? But we have got loads of nice silver birch trees rolling off into the distance over there. And I've got a fallen tree here that's going horizontal through the frame in a minute. And yeah, and I've asked Kanish here to wear colours to match the scenario. So beiges, greens, whites and browns basically. So hopefully half the battle is done there already. Then of course I've got my £4,000 camera body and the kit lens here. I'm just going to have a play around, you know. I'm just going to have a play around with focal lengths and zoom in and zoom out and just literally have a play and see how this lens performs on this really expensive camera. I'm going to set my white balance to cloudy because it's a very cloudy day today, and that will just give me a more natural look in here. So obviously I can change it back in post-processing, but whilst looking on the screen it will make it look more natural to me. I'm going to put the camera on aperture priority and I'm going to keep the aperture as low as I can. So currently with this lens, if I'm at wide angle at 18mm, the widest aperture is f4.5, and if I zoom in, the widest aperture is f6.3. okay, so that's what I've got to play with here. I'm going to keep my shutter speed to 2/50th or above just to make sure that I get things sharp and I don't get any camera shake, and I'm going to put the ISO on auto to sort of pick up the slack. That's the settings. And I've brought a silver reflector with me to bounce some light back up into Kanishk here. But it might work, it might not. Obviously, it's just a really cheap accessory to bring along with you on a shoot. So I've got that and we're gonna give that a go. Right, let's take some pictures, Kanish, shall we? Let's definitely do it. Okay, it's already looking good. I like the scenery. And it stopped raining, which is great. Oh, I'm also going to put the camera onto eye tracking to see if that's going to work for us. All right, Kanish, I'm going to take some pictures. You ready? So they're all right, they look all right. You know, the colour scheme matches. We're in the woodlands, it all looks quite cool. The clouds are creating nice soft light, we're bouncing light in. All of them elements are good. It's nice and sharp. So, looks all right, shall we say. I think it looks all right. Let's now get the R100 with the 85 f2 lens and see the difference that makes. So, R100 here, budget body 85mm f2 lens. This is a prime lens, so I cannot be zooming in and out like I did before. It's also 85mm and it's on a crop sensor, right? So it's even more zoomed in than what 85mm would be on a full frame sensor. Now, if you are confused with focal lengths and the effects that they have when it comes to different sensor sizes, we've got a whole video and a whole blog post that explains it all. It'll be coming across your screen now, and there'll also be a link in the description of this video. Go and check it out. It really is good if you don't know about sensor sizes and focal lengths, okay? So I'm just gonna do similar compositions as I did before so that we can have a comparison. Before I do that though, let me take this opportunity to tell you about the courses that we run over at theschoolofphotography.com. If you want to learn photography properly, and I mean properly, come over and see us at theschoolofphotography.com. We teach beginner photography, Photoshop, Lightroom, wildlife photography, headshot photography, landscapes, fine arts, and many, many other things we teach over at the School of Photography. So if you want to learn photography properly, come over and see us at theschoolofphotography.com. Now, with this particular camera, I'm going to put it onto manual mode actually. I'm going to put my aperture on f2.8. I know it goes to f2, but I'm going to put it on f2.8 just to give me that little bit more depth of field, shall we say, because don't forget, this is not like an 85mm on a full frame, it's even more zoomed in, which gives you an even shallower depth of field. So I'm going to start on f2.8, and in fact I might even go up to f4, I've got to look. I'm going to keep my shutter speed on 1/250th of a second, and again, I'm going to have to really keep my eye on that because this camera body doesn't have IBIS, okay? So I've got to keep my eye on that and see if I don't get camera shake, because I'm zoomed right in, hand holding. You know, it's a recipe for camera shake, that one. I'm going to put my ISO on auto. The white balance is on cloudy because we've got a cloudy day. And I'm going to try face tracking. I don't know if it's going to be as good on this camera as it is on the other one, but I will try and see. Let's take some pictures. I'll do the full body one first. Yeah, see, I've got to stand right the way back for this one. I'm going to stand all the way back here. Okay, good. Right, now's the time to check these pictures and just check that everything is sharp and I've got enough depth of field, etc. You can tell this camera's nowhere near as responsive as the R5. That's something that you notice straight away. You have to wait for the pictures to come up and, you know, etc. But, ooh, it don't look like I've got camera shake to me. It looks good. It looks sharp. I'm going to come in and do a few more maybe head and shoulders, and then we'll walk into the forest again. Okay. I'm just going to keep checking because I really, you know, I suppose you have more confidence in the R5 when it comes with its IBIS and that. No, but that's absolutely, look at that, that's absolutely sharp, that's brilliant. Now, let's move into the forest and do that similar thing, you know what we did before, just so that we've got a comparison, all right? Let's go. Before you look at the comparisons, that's better. I don't care what anyone says. That lens on this cheap camera is brilliant. It's doing a fantastic job. I mean, like, brilliant. I'm looking through this thinking, wow. When I was using the R5 looking through, I weren't thinking, wow, and that's the main difference there. So there's my conclusion already, okay. I already know that the Pro lens on the budget body looks better because I'm here shooting them. Nevertheless, overlaying the screen now is the 2 comparisons from both cameras, both lenses, and you should know right now that they are fully edited raw files. I wanted to make this test as real life as possible, all right? So this wasn't going to be like straight out of camera, like it's how I shoot, how I do portraiture, and that's what it is. And if you do want to look at them bigger, you know, you want like big full screen images that you can view, there is a link in the description of this video. It will take you to a blog and it will show you the results side by side. So click on that and go and check them out. The other thing I want from you is an opinion, okay? Personally, I think I've told you my opinion. You might disagree. You might think that it's not that much of a difference, or you might think it's a miles ahead difference, and you might have experience that you want to share with other people. We love to hear from you, so please comment in this video. So if you have liked this video, I mean, I've had a great time filming it. I want to thank Kanish here for being my model for the day. If you've liked it, you need to do all them algorithm things. You know, you need to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. If you don't do them things, we can't bring you them videos, and I honestly really appreciate everyone that does that. I will see you in the next video, and remember, if you want to learn photography properly, come over and see us at theschoolofphotography.com.